In an Etsy niche like print-on-demand t-shirts, the right design can really explode your Etsy sales. So here's 15 of Etsy's hottest selling shirts. Get ready to get inspired. Hi, I'm Jess. I've built multiple 6- and 7-figure Etsy stores in various niches, getting sales like these, and learning the ins and outs of Etsy, Amazon, and more. A wild and crazy event led me to start a totally new life traveling abroad, giving me the unique opportunity to step back, work a lot less, and start sharing all of my Etsy insights with you. So hit that subscribe button, grab a pen and paper, and let's jump in.
Hi, hello. Thank you for joining me today. You might already know this, but one of my biggest Etsy stores was a print-on-demand t-shirt store. So I'm a bit partial to the idea of building a passive income on Etsy with print-on-demand products. There's always money to be made with print-on-demand t-shirts, and sales can really shoot off like a rocket if you have the right designs. So today I'm going to show you 15 of the very best-selling t-shirt designs that are on Etsy right now. And of course, I skipped over anything that was Disney or that was outright copyrighted and looked only at t-shirts, not sweatshirts. So there are products that were higher on the list, but I did not include those for obvious reasons. And I did use 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒈 to help me compile this list. If you have not seen 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒈, it is super, super cool. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it because I did just talk about it in my digital bestsellers video. I will put the card to that up at the top here, but I do have a link to a free trial on 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒈 if you wanted to check it out down below. Okay, let's jump right in here with bestseller number 15. Now, this is a custom t-shirt and it is a bestseller. You can put anything on this shirt that you want. And the cool thing is that 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒈 puts this at a price point of $24 with an approximate monthly earnings of $9,400 a month, a little over $940 a month. It sells about 281 times a month, and this particular listing is about 5 months old. That being said, it is on sale, and their average product price is actually about $20. There are a few cheaper options here. For example, if you want an extra small, it is 15, just under 15, with $6 to ship, which puts it at about a $21 price point. So because these are all different prices based on size and options here, we're just going to be conservative. We're going to keep it at the very lowest variation here with $14.51 and $5.99 to ship. That puts it at about a $21 approximate average price. Now, I calculate stores' earnings using my Etsy seller success workbook, and I actually have a competitor research page where I fill in their price, their shipping, how many reviews and sales they have, and then it calculates for me what their approximate earnings are. So using my personal workbook, this gave me an estimate of $5,895 a month on this one product, just this one listing. Now, I know that's a big number to be able to pull in almost $6,000 a month on one shirt design, but believe it or not, this is the lowest sales revenue on my list. This is product number 15. So it's going to get better and better as I go through these. Now I am trying to keep this as short as possible because my digital video was super, super long. So if there's anything you want more details about, or if you have any questions about any of this, please comment down below and I would be happy to chat with you back and forth in the comments section. Let's move on to product number 14. This is a really cute shirt. It's called Never Enough Plants. It's a plant shirt for plant lovers, and it's also a bestseller, very, very popular. 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒈 puts this at a $22 price point with an approximate monthly earnings of $6,855. They sell it about 313 times a month, and it's almost just about a year old, this particular listing. Now, when I went through and I picked sizes, I did notice again, which is very common for print-on-demand products, that they have a variation in their pricing. So, choosing their cheapest one of extra small and calculating $4 for shipping and $15 for the actual shirt itself, that puts them at about $19.59 for an actual item price. So assuming they always only sell one of these just under that $20 price point and not any of these more expensive options here, that would adjust their estimated earnings per month down to $6,100 a month. So still a really, really high number of sales. And I know I found it a little bit funny that the extra small size is also the cheapest variation, but I do want to point out that every product on this list is sold by a different company. So I did not repeat any sellers on my list. So if there was a store with another super high bestseller on the list, I did not include that. I included the best listing that each store had, just to give you guys a good overview of competitors to look at and products to inspire you. Okay, moving on, let's take a peek at number 13. Now, this is a Cousin Crew shirt, and it does not have the fancy little bestsellers tag, but as you can see, it is very popular. This one is being sold, according to 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒂𝒓𝒔, for $25 each, and it brings in about $13,755 a month. They also estimate that it sells 495 times, and this listing is 10 months old. Now, if we go through and we take a peek, we can see that their smallest variation, their cheapest variation here is actually 1814. It doesn't matter what tie-dye color you choose, and it is free to ship this. However, these are family shirts. These are Cousin Crew shirts. So it is highly more likely that you are going to sell more than one of these. Very, very likely that you're going to sell more than one. So I do want to point that out. But when I originally added this product to my store, or when I originally added this product to my list of bestsellers, they were actually running a 50% off sale, so their price was $16.99 with free shipping. Even though this says 18, I'm going to go with what I have written down because I always try to be conservative for you guys and give you guys as realistic of an idea as I possibly can, considering, of course, that I can't see their actual sales. I only have this public data that Etsy gives us to make these estimates with. So going with a $16.99 price point, that adjusts their estimated earnings per month to $8,410 a month. That's if they sell one shirt per sale. So we know that this store is bringing in at least $8,400 a month for this one particular listing. So that is super, super, super cool. All right, moving on to number 12. This is a custom family reunion shirt. Now, this is super cool. It is a bestseller and it's in 15 carts. This is cool because it is also something that you would typically purchase more than one of. So even if you only bought one for your family, you are more than likely going to have other family members purchase the exact same thing, which means it's a personalized design, but it sells in multiple quantities. So the work is streamlined and the profit margin is increased significantly. So the more products you sell per order, the bigger your profit becomes when you're selling print on demand. So I did want to point that out because these group types of shirts can be really, really profitable. Now, 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒂𝒓𝒔 gave this a price of $18, which brings in over $8,700 a month. It sells approximately 432 times, and this listing itself is 16 months old. As we can see here, most of their variations here vary by size like they do in most print-on-demand stores. The cheapest one is $15.88 and shipping costs $4.20. So that puts them at right around that $20 mark. So going with a $20 price point, that puts their approximate monthly revenue on this one listing at $8,400 a month. So that is super, super, super cool. Let's continue on here with product number 11. This is a bestseller. This is a bridesmaid shirt. And here we go again with selling products that can be sold in multiples, because a lot of people are going to buy these for multiple bridesmaids and the bride, right? So great strategy. This particular product is, according to Everbee, $35 a piece, and it brings the seller $9,100 a month. It sells approximately 245 times, and this specific listing is only 3 months old. Super cool. I do want to quickly point out that this is a comfort color shirt. I did recently do a video on a print-on-demand store, not this store, but a different store, that really, really heavily features their comfort color shirts. I'll put the card to that at the top here. But this particular store, if we take a peek at their pricing, they have a lot of different color options here. Their cheapest size here is $36.85. Let's take a peek at their shipping. It actually costs $4.64 to ship, so their price point is actually higher than that $35 that Everbee told us it was. So going by that logic, we know that this store, this one product, brings in at least the $9,100 a month that Everbee said it brings in. So very cool, very, very, very impressive. Continuing on, because this is a long list, very, very awesome list, let's talk about product number. We're on product number 10. Now, this is not a group shirt, which makes its sales even more impressive because it is also a bestseller. And this is a original, it's called the original Scumbag and Cheaters Lounge t-shirt. And it is a theme based on the movie Vanderpump Rules. So they basically took a popular concept, a trending concept from that movie. I'm not sure if it's a movie or a show. I've never actually seen it, but from that movie or show, and they created a cute t-shirt design, and it sells really, really well. Really, really well. So Everbee says that this sells for $25 a piece, and it brings in about $8,000 a month, just under $8,000. It sells about 320 times a month, and it is only, another newbie here, only 4 months old. If you price out their pricing options, it is actually not on sale right now. It sells for $30 and almost $5 to ship. So with a price point of $35, it is actually higher than what Everbee has estimated, and it actually brings in over $9,500 a month in sales. So very, very cool, very, very impressive. And keep in mind, all of these stores have other designs that sell well as well, but these are their biggest sellers. So they are making money on other designs in addition to these. Now, before we move on to the next one, product number 9, I do want to quickly take a second to tell you guys about my awesome freebie. I do have a cheat sheet. It is 75 different manufacturers for print on demand. I also have a freebie with my favorite mock-up sites. So if you need mock-up images, so all of these here the print-on-demand shirt designs are put onto mock-ups. So I have all of my favorite mock-up sites listed in a freebie. Make sure you go down and get that. It will really, really cut down the time you spend creating products and help you set your images apart. So super, super helpful. Check out all my freebies. The links are down below in the video description. Okay, we are going to move on with product number 9. Now, this one cracks me up because it's a Christmas shirt and it is July right now. So, the fact that this Christmas shirt is dominating the bestsellers chart in July just makes my day. And spoiler alert, there's a couple more Christmas shirts coming up that are even bigger sellers than this one. This particular one, sold by 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒄, is according to Etsy, or according to FREEBIES, selling for $17 a piece. This product brings in about $7,245 a month, and it sells an average amount of 419 times. This listing is about 11 months old. The store itself is about 2 years old. So this is a really cool one to check out if you are looking for inspiration and really evaluating your competitors. Now, if we price this out here, we can see that their cheapest option on the list is $15.72. There's a ton of different little funny sayings to choose from, which I love. And shipping is $6.20. Ouch. So that puts their price point at about $21.20. And when we adjust their monthly income based on that price point, that actually gives them an estimated monthly earnings of $9,768 a month. Super, super, super cool, super impressive. But believe it or not, that is the last shirt on this list that brings in less than 10 grand a month. Let's move on to product number 8. Now, this one is also a bestseller in 20 people's carts or more, and it is sold by Ickerson Ltd. This is really funny. It's a funny pregnancy expecting mom shirt, and FREEBIES puts this at a $20 price point, selling 427 times a month and bringing in about $8,500 a month in revenue. Now, if we actually take a peek at their pricing, we can see that they do offer one size for $12.09, and that is red. Now, red is obviously not going to look great with the colors of the designs, but should you choose to purchase this, it's going to cost you $12 plus $6 to ship, so $18 instead of that $20 that FREEBIES suggested. Now, very, very few people are actually going to buy this in a red size small. Very, 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 very few. Most people are going to buy this, let's choose black, for example, in a different color or a different size. So that gives it a $21 price point, plus, of course, that's $6 to ship. Now, this is 50% off, and when I actually added this to my list, it was a little bit cheaper. So I gave this an average product price of $23.48. That included the product and the shipping cost. So we're going to stick with what I estimated just in case they drop their prices back down. But using that $23 price point, that puts their average approximate sales at $10,025 a month. So this t-shirt for this seller is bringing in $10,000 in sales every month all by itself. So, so cool. All right, all right. Let's keep going. This one is not a bestseller, and it does not have a in 20 people's carts message up here. So it really, really surprised me that this was so high on FREEBIES sales chart. It was totally mind-boggling to me, and it is an Easter shirt. It's funny and it's really, really cute, but Easter's over, y'all. Easter was months and months ago. So to be looking at bestsellers in July and seeing this so high up on this list is super cool. FREEBIES put this at a $20 price point, selling 591 times a month, which is nuts all by itself. That number alone is astonishing to me, and bringing in $11,800 a month. This particular listing is only 5 months old, which means they launched this listing right before Easter. So another crazy little tidbit of information. This really just exploded in sales. When we take a peek at the different size and color options, we can see they have a 6-month onesie at that $12 price point. But every other size is a little bit more. So 1451 is kind of the standard kid size. There are 15, 16, just about 16, 18 going up into the $22 price point, and it is $5 to ship this. I gave this an estimated price point of $19.98. So probably they're going to sell a lot of these higher price points, but keep in mind we're being conservative here. So if we assume that every one of these sales is for one product only, selling at one of the cheaper variations for $20, all said and done, that would put their approximate monthly sales on this one listing at $11,800. So super cool. All right, continuing on. We have a little bit of a theme here because we find another holiday listing. This one is a bestseller in 20 people's carts, and it's a super basic but kind of classic design. Now, these are family shirts, so we are back in the realm of selling more than one. Most of the sellers' orders for this product will have more than one shirt, and we are not accounting for that in these sales estimates. So I do want to point that out. FREEBIES gives this a product price of $11, which is insanely cheap for a shirt seller. And having such a low price point suggests that they're making these themselves rather than selling them as a print-on-demand product. So I do want to point that out, that if you're trying to be profitable, this price point is really low. At that $11 price point, FREEBIES says they're making $9,600 a month on this product and selling it about 874 times. This listing itself is almost 2 years old. Now, when I looked at all of their different pricing, I found that their pricing, including shipping, for $4 was a little bit higher than FREEBIES suggested. Their average product price is about $13.58. $13.58 is still a fairly conservative estimate because if you include that $4 shipping, it's going to be higher for most of these products. So assuming that they only sell one product per sale at that $13.58 price point, that puts their sales at $11,868 a month. So very cool. And these numbers, of course, keep getting higher and higher. Moving on to product number 5 here, we have this one. I want to point out there's no SEO on this. And there's a very important reason for that. Look at their title. This night is sparkling comfort colors tea. That's their whole title. If you don't know what this is a Taylor Swift inspired kind of merch, okay? Because Taylor Swift's merch is super expensive and it's not very easily accessible. So if you're going to a Taylor Swift concert or you're doing some sort of tailgating or some sort of thing that involves Taylor Swift and her tour that's very big right now, you might want a shirt like this from an Etsy seller. Now, this is not unique. There's a lot of these. I actually skipped several of these Taylor Swift merch type inspired products on this list. But as I scrolled past all of these, it did start to nag at me that I should probably include an example just so you can get an idea of what these are. Now, please comment below what you think of this. This is not copyrighted. I want to make it clear that there is nothing copyrighted about this product. They are using a phrase, "the night is sparkling," that might actually be copyrighted if T Swift has trademarked that specific phrase. Probably she hasn't. She might in the future. I think those things take a little bit of time, but what they've done is taken her phrasing, her lyric, and turned it into a popular t-shirt design with a sparkling kind of disco ball. I guess these are called disco balls type image. So it is borderline. So please comment below. I want to know, do you think using these lyric quotes, these kinds of concepts, is over the line of appropriateness or not? Because this seller, I don't know if it's a she or a he or who, but this seller is killing it in sales. 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏 gives them a price point of $34 a piece and puts their approximate monthly sales at $12,266. They sell approximately 387 times, and this listing is 5 months old. So let's take a peek at the pricing, because 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏 says $34. As we can see here, it says $41 is the starting price. They have actually increased their prices recently, and I'm going to guess that's to slow down the demand because this is so popular. It is really, really popular. So $41 plus free shipping. Woohoo! Free shipping. I kept the price estimate at $34 because when I added this to my list, it was $34. So I'm going to say about a week since I first started to compile this list, in about a week, they have dramatically raised the price of this shirt. But keeping with that $34 price point, we can obviously know that this particular product is bringing in at least that $12,266 a month. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So that is really, really cool. Let's continue on to something maybe a little bit less controversial. Now, this product, I don't know if I said, was number 5. So we are now in the top 5. Let's continue on with this very cool 4th of July shirt. Now, 4th of July just passed, and that means that the sales on this shirt would have dropped dramatically in the last couple of weeks because you have to order these in advance for them to be created and shipped to you. So it is still really, really dominating the sales charts, even though this holiday is over. And I do think that in the next couple of weeks, we will start to see a decline on this product in particular. However, holiday products like this are popular. They will sell a little bit all year round, but they are very, very popular leading up to that particular holiday. So always keep that in mind. You can look at the calendar and anticipate holidays in advance so that you have something bringing in sales all year round. 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏 puts this bestseller at a $33 price point, bringing in about just under $12,000 a month. It sells about 473 times. Now, the cool thing is this listing itself is only 2 months old. So they really nailed it. They got it in there right before 4th of July and just dominated. The store, Leah Wildflower, they're only 1 year old. So this is a strong competitor. If you are trying to get into this niche, or if you're expanding or improving your store in this niche, make sure you check them out. See what they're doing for SEO. See what their mock-ups look like. See what is doing so well, because this store is really crushing it. Looking at their prices here, we can see, I'm just going to put white actually, that their cheapest one here is $31.94, so $32 plus $5 to ship. So that is definitely higher than the $33 that 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏 told us it was. So with a $32 price, And that $4.99 to ship, that actually bumps them up into $37 for their cheapest variation, which puts their approximate monthly sales around that $15,600 mark. I love to see sales that are actually higher than what FREEBIES suggests because it just gets me super excited. And that brings us to the top 3. Y'all, we are going to listing number 3. This is a bestseller. This is in 20 plus people's carts, and it is actually also donating $5 per sale. So it's working as a source of income, and it is working as a charity booster as well. So I thought that was pretty unique. I've not seen that on very many bestsellers like this before. So very cool. This is a Drag is Not a Crime t-shirt by Stan Girl Things, and FREEBIES puts this price point at $25, which brings in just under $14,000 a month, and it sells approximately 559 times. Now, this listing is only 4 months old, and this store, Stan Girl Things, is only 9 months old. So that's crazy to see this level of sales. It costs $5 to ship this product, and their price is $30.24, no matter what size you get. So that puts them at about a $35 price point. That being said, when I added this to my list, it was on sale and their price was $29.99, including the shipping. So FREEBIES says 25. This one says the listing itself at this current moment in time is actually about 35. We're going to stick with that $29.99 price point that I estimated because that's a pretty good average between the two, which would put their estimated monthly earnings at $16,764 a month. So we are really, really edging up into massive monthly revenue for one listing that is 4 months old. Like, so crazy to me. All right, number 2. I love this one. This is super cool. This is actually also a bestseller. It is currently on sale, but it is a custom photo shirt. This is super cool because anybody can send you a photo and this seller turns it into a t-shirt. Probably they're going to sell these as gifts. It's kind of a personalized product. Well, it is. It's not kind of. It is a personalized product, and it's really cool. I really love this. FREEBIES says that the price for this product is $15, which puts their sales at $17,750 a month. It sells almost 1,200 times a month, which is massive sales volume. This listing is 9 months old. This store, Honey Bunny's Crafts, is 10 months old. 10. So we are seeing another newbie here. Right now, their pricing starts, if we go with their cheaper variations here, they have one product at that $10.88 price point, and that's for a white 24-month onesie. Most of their orders are not going to be for a white 24-month onesie. So we're going to go to the next price jump here, which is actually $15.97. Now they do have, in case I scrolled too quickly, a lot higher. They have a lot of them, most of them, in fact, sitting at that $16.58 price point. But we're going to be conservative like we do. You know how we do. Shipping is $5. So adding $5 to this $16 here actually puts them right around a $20 price point. So that bumps their approximate monthly revenue up just over that $22,000 a month mark. So that's a massive jump. We went from 16, 17,000. Now we're over the $20,000 mark. This is $22,000 that this one product is bringing this store. And that's assuming they sell one shirt per order. Speechless. This is the second video I've done recently where I was speechless. I think maybe either I need more coffee or I don't know. I don't know. This is just super cool. And that brings me to the very last product on this video. Product number one, bestseller number one. And it is a personalized husband/grandfather tee. So this is for grandpa. This is a great Father's Day gift, which was in June. This is a great Grandfather's Day or Grandparents' Day gift. This is a great birthday gift. So there will be some peaks in sales on this leading up like in May as people prepare for Father's Day. But it's also such a great birthday gift or Grandparents' Day gift that the sales will continue on for this product all year round as people buy birthday gifts for their parents, their grandparents, etc. Now, it is technically personalized. However, the design is very streamlined. So when someone orders this, all the seller has to do is change these dates right here. Easy peasy. 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒏 puts this price at approximately $27. It sells 767 times a month and brings in about $19,337 a month. This listing is only 2 months old. So they would have put it up right around Father's Day. The store is 5 years old, so it is an established store and they know what they're doing. So great to look at for competitor research. When I priced this out, I gave them an average price of $30. Now that was including shipping. As you can see here, shipping costs $5 and most of their variations are $30, which puts them at that $35 price point. But there are a couple of options, like for example, if they wanted a brown shirt, they could actually get this a little bit cheaper. So we're going to stick with the $30 price point that I estimated because I think that's fairly conservative, fairly conservative. So with a $30 price point all said and done, that boosts this particular listing's monthly revenue to just over $23,000 a month. $23,000 on this one product. This is so cool and so crazy. And I really, really wanted to take the time to make this video because the digital one I did was super, super awesome and really made it apparent how much money there is just moving through Etsy. And you can really take a piece of that pie for yourself by building a strong store with solid sales. And in case you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put that video on the left. But print on demand is killer, killer, killer for generating revenue as well. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to put my very favorite print-on-demand store right here on the right, so you can check that one out and see what they do to get ahead of competitors. You can watch that here.